we have a visit of a very prominent young man. His name is Jerry Castro, who has visited us from New York. He's running for an assemblyman of a district in the Bronx for the year of 2009. And to begin with, let's give a round of applause for our brother Jerry Castro. Nibiri Jerry Castro. Ida Bianca Bra, how was the trip from New York, and how do you feel with us here in Los Angeles?
Well, Furumeti, Busana Nichuge, Inebisi, home, Wagirigia, Ha, Diogubali, Show Leg Welle, Hama Memegia, Honso, Waduhan, you hayaga to buy a new yak, Hama me has someone doing you hayame. The trip was great. I've always said that every time when I come to the West Coast is always and typically a good thing. You not only get to come and politic and powwow with people, but you also come to learn more, interact, have fun, enjoy the food. So I'm encouraging you, whenever you come to the West Coast, always consider come and visit the Garifuna community in Los Angeles, because yes, they are that good.
Brother Jerry, to begin with, we know that you are running for an assembly, to be an assemblyman in the state of New York. Can you tell us a little bit about it, please?
Yes. I am seeking the nomination of the Democratic Party to run to represent the 79th Assembly District in the Bronx. That is which is composed of the neighboring communities of Morrisania, Claremont, Tremont, Bathgate, Longwood, West Farms, south of Fordham. In other words, it is known as Garifuna Village. It is the area in New York that has the largest Garifuna population. Of course, I am not running as a Garifuna candidate. I'm running as a candidate for Puerto Ricans, candidate for Dominicans, candidate for African Americans, candidates for everybody who are seeking to make a difference and who wants to make a difference and who wants to be part of a difference in the state of New York, specifically in the 79th. So I feel very proud, I feel very confident that by this time around next year we're going to have a very solid campaign. And with all of said and done, that our community, the Garifuna community, participate head on in electoral politics.
Good. One thing is, what does being an assemblyman represent, and what is it for people who do not understand the concept?
Sure. An assemblyman is a person who makes laws, okay? It's like a congressman, but in the state level. So what an assemblyman does is he introduces bills so that if the whole floor or if the General Assembly and between the Senate and the Assembly passes the bill, the governor will then sign that into law. That's what an assemblyman does. Aside from the fact that the other major responsibility of the assemblyman is to deal with the state budget. I mean, California right now, there is a huge thing going on between the state legislature and the executive office, which is the governor's office, where the state legislature has made a proposal to the governor, and then the governor has to counter back in making another proposal so that they could find a common ground on how to take care of the business of the state. So, the House or the Assembly introduces bills that's going to be able to either raise taxes, reduce taxes, jobs, job creation, housing. Right now, the President of the United States has made a proposal to cover and provide insurance, health insurance, to all of Americans. That has to go to Congress first, and then your congressman or your congressperson is going to have to either vote yay or no to consider, supporting the president's proposal. That's point two of being an assembly person. And I think the most important thing that any legislator does is to represent and take care of the direct issues that are going on in the district. For instance, if a parent is not okay with the education that the kids is getting, the state legislature has a hand in deciding how your kids should be educated in your state. Like right now, again, in New York. We have an issue in New York where, in New York City, we do not have parent involvement in the kids' education. And the state assembly recently voted to give enormous power to the mayor to continue that. But because of what's been happening in New York, to which I have to check up to see what's going on there, the state Senate has not voted on that bill, to which means that if there's no vote, parents will then have the power to have direct participation in their kids' school, and that's something that I'm for. I mean, growing up in La Buga, we always had our parents being the partners with the teachers for better education. Early on in the 1990s, in New York, parents had a direct involvement in educations for better education. And then recently, everything just went down where parents are simply standing by while the education system is just completely going down and all that stuff.
I understand that Brother Jerry speaks 3 languages, right?
Yes, sir.
So our show today is going to combine to be able to show how fluent this gentleman is in the 3 languages, and is Garifuna, Spanish, and English. Our next question, ¿por qué piensas en llegar a esa posición? You can translate.
Sure. Why do I think, or why do I feel as if I need to be in a position or to seek that position? Bueno,